The Haunted Train Tunnel, a bone-chilling horror story. In the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, nestled between towering peaks and dense forests, lies an abandoned train tunnel that has long been shrouded in mystery and fear. Locals avoid it like the plague, and those who dare to venture near speak in hushed tones of the eerie occurrences that have plagued the area for decades. This is a tale of the Haunted Train Tunnel, a story that will send shivers down your spine. The tunnel was once a bustling part of the railway system, a vital link that connected distant towns and cities. It was built in the early 1900s, a marvel of engineering at the time. However, its history was marred by tragedy. In 1937, a catastrophic train derailment occurred within the tunnel. The accident was devastating, claiming the lives of over 50 passengers and crew members. The train, a steam locomotive pulling several carriages, had been en route to a nearby city when it derailed due to a faulty track. The explosion was massive, and the fire that ensued trapped many souls within the tunnel's dark confines. The rescue efforts were hampered by the remote location and severity of the disaster. It took days to recover all the bodies, and even then, some were never found. Since that fateful day, strange occurrences have been reported in and around the tunnel. Hikers who wander too close often describe hearing the distant sound of a train whistle, even though no trains have run through the tunnel for decades. Some claim to see ghostly figures of passengers and conductors wandering aimlessly along the tracks, their faces etched with terror. Others speak of feeling an inexplicable chill, as if the very air is alive with the spirits of the past. One summer evening, a group of adventurous friends decided to explore the tunnel. They were skeptics, dismissing the stories as mere folklore. Armed with flashlights and a sense of bravado, they ventured into the dark, narrow passage. The walls were damp, and the air was thick with the scent of decay. As they walked deeper into the tunnel, the sound of their footsteps echoed ominously. Suddenly, one of them stopped in his tracks. "Did you hear that?" he whispered. The others strained to listen, and then they heard it, a faint, rhythmic sound, like the clacking of train wheels on tracks. They laughed nervously, attributing it to their imagination, but the sound grew louder and more distinct. Their laughter died as they realized the sound was real. Panic set in as they turned to flee, but the tunnel seemed to stretch on endlessly. The air grew colder, and they could feel unseen hands tugging at their clothes. One of the girls screamed as she saw a shadowy figure standing at the end of the tunnel, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. The group scattered, each running in a different direction, but the sound of the train pursued them. When they finally emerged from the tunnel, they were disoriented and terrified. They never returned, and to this day, they refuse to speak of what they saw. The Haunted Train Tunnel has also been the site of several unexplained disappearances. Over the years, several people who ventured into the tunnel were never seen again. Search parties would comb the area, but there was never a trace of the missing individuals. Some say they were taken by the spirits of the train wreck, doomed to wander the tunnel for eternity. In the 1980s, a paranormal investigator named Dr. Evelyn Carter decided to study the tunnel. She was a rational woman, known for debunking ghost stories with scientific explanations. However, her experience at the tunnel was far from ordinary. She set up her equipment, including cameras and audio recorders, and spent the night inside. The first few hours were uneventful, but as midnight approached, strange things began to happen. Her equipment started malfunctioning, and she heard whispers that seemed to come from all directions. She captured audio recordings of what sounded like screams and the sound of a train, though there was no train in sight. When she reviewed the footage, she saw fleeting images of ghostly figures. The experience left her shaken, and she concluded that the tunnel was indeed haunted. The Haunted Train Tunnel remains a place of dread, a haunting reminder of the tragedy that occurred within its walls. The stories of ghostly apparitions, unexplained sounds, and disappearances continue to be passed down through generations. Those who live nearby know better than to venture near. But for the brave or foolish, the tunnel beckons with its dark secrets. It is a place where the past refuses to stay buried, and the spirits of the lost linger, forever trapped in a world between life and death.